to set up joint business council to end trade fracas. And if you get to the Daily Statesman also, still talking about Ghana-Nigeria relationship, it says Akufo-Addo proposes joint committee to handle Ghana-Nigeria affairs. And the Daily Graphic, still talking about Ghana-Nigeria issue, says Ghana-Nigeria relations intact, misunderstanding fueled by illusions. Nigerian Speaker of House of Representatives speaking.
All right. The New Crusading Guide captures it this way: Ghana not at fault on Nigeria trade challenges, and it's quoting the Nigerian Speaker of Parliament. And front page of the Daily Guide: President meets Nigeria Speaker over trade row, and Nigerians are safe in Ghana. President Akufo-Addo assures visiting Nigeria Speaker of House of Reps, and that's on the front page of the Ghanaian Times.
Okay, so let's get into issues to do with Ejapa. And the Daily Statesman says Stogbe Afede condemns Ejapa deal, says shrouded in secrecy. And then the Finder says Ejapa royalties not suspended as government engages CSOs. And it comes to the photograph of Pius Enam Hajide, who's Deputy Information Minister, making some clarifications out there.
The Weekend Crusading Guide also has a photo of Pius Hajide saying that government's eyes still on the ball, and this has to do with the Ejapa agreement. Okay,
so other stories on the front page of the Daily Graphic: government paying clients of collapsed fund management companies, government bailout covers entire claims. That's according to the Securities and Exchange Commission. We've cleared legacy arrears, GES. And NDP claims Nana Akunedo-Agyeman Rawlings, flag bearer tomorrow, and Jerry John Rawlings will be the special guest. Business and Financial Times says Nigeria turns to Korea for an end-to-end automated customs management system, and SEC offers clarity on government bailout package, and then national roaming is coming.
Let me do some politics there, since you did that earlier. Front page New Crusading Guide: Akufo-Addo policies people-centered. That's coming from the Mion Lana. It has that same stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Observer. And Dagbon, deeply grateful to Akufo-Addo. That's coming from the Dagbon Overlord. We also have this: NDC demands justice for victims of electoral violence, on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. And also Daily Guide: Dagbon grateful to Nana. That's from the Yana. The Ghanaian Observer has this one: Winston Amidu Blatz Nana Opoku-Agyeman over Ahoy book, and 4 more for Nana fever catches Volta region.
Well, talking about 4 more for Nana fever catching the Volta region, the Chronicle says, I need 4 more years to finish roads. President Akufo-Addo there. And so with elections, NPP plans to mar December vote, says NDC. And finally, in the Finder for today, that says Dagbon deeply grateful to government for ensuring peace in the area, according to Yana. And no positive COVID-19 case recorded since Kotoka International Airport reopening.
And the front page of the Ghanaian Observer has the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kumar-Boaji, saying Ghana winning COVID-19 war as active cases drop. And the Ghanaian Times also captures as active COVID-19 cases drop to 856, death toll now 281.
Okay, does that mean we can do the online review now?
Just before you do that, let me bring you some crime stories. I heard my sister crying on phone. Takrade girls witness. Kojo, we know that this case is still in court. Must be a very difficult time for the families as they have to relive the entire episode, and also share their side of the story through the court. But there's also 2 nabbed for infancy murder.
All right, then. The online review is brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Goyle, of course, now allows you to go cashless thanks to their new GH Link card compatibility on their point-of-sale machine. So that means you can buy fuel and lubricants from any of their over 400 stations with your GH Link card, in addition to the Go card. And, of course, that means every time you purchase something, it will be recorded automatically on your monthly bank statement so you can track and manage your expenses. So go cashless and protect yourself and stick to all the COVID-19 protocols in these times. Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yanara Yenze. Right, here's what's on myjoyonline.com this morning. Dagbon is deeply grateful to Akufo-Addo. That's according to the Yana. Government generates $37,050 in 2 days from COVID-19 testing at Kotoka International Airport. Togbe Afede distances himself from publications on the Japa royalties deal. NDC will use legal means to frustrate implementation of a Japa royalties deal. That's President Mahama, former President Mahama. And Akufo-Addo on campaign to cover up pockets of incidents during voters' registration exercise. That's the NDC, and it was their General Secretary who spoke on that. Government softens stance on controversial Japa royalties deal is also on myjoyonline.com. Let's see what's on citynewsroom.com this morning. Police begin search for persons behind Western Togoland signposts in Eastern region. And on the Japa deal, Gabi sues NDC's Zita Benson over alleged defamatory post. Right, BBC has this. Africa to get 220 million COVID-19 vaccine doses. And, this one says, gunmen on motorbikes kill 22 in Nigeria village raid. That's not great. And on CNN International, after wild week, Trump looks close to full derailment. That's according to CNN. Right, and that means we can now settle for some stories, am I right?
Yes, we can settle for some stories, Kojo. So let's just talk about the main one, Ghana-Nigeria relationships. And according to the Daily Graphic, the Speaker of House of Representatives of Nigeria, that's Femi Gbajabiamila, has said the recent impasse between Ghana and Nigeria is as a result of the misconception and misinformation created by some people and fueled by the media in both countries. And he says the issues at hand are basically misconceptions and misinformation by some people and perhaps the media on both sides as to what exactly is going on in Ghana as far as Nigerians are concerned. We've taken the time to educate our people here because we met with them yesterday and today about these misconceptions, he noted. And he said this when he paid a courtesy call on President Akufo-Addo at the Jubilee House in Accra yesterday. Okay, so
we brought that on the 6 a.m. news here. We are getting somewhere, and I like the fact that one of the papers captured the Nigeria Speaker of the House of Reps as saying that Ghana is not at fault. If I can just capture that, yes, the New Crusading guy says Ghana not at fault on Nigeria trade challenges. We know that initially people were trying to play up, those sentiments that Ghana wasn't being friendly to the Nigerian traders because our laws were being too strict and we were demanding too much of the Nigerians. Some of them we spoke to at the tiptoeing. So it kind of puts the whole situation into a more relaxed environment.
And this all started because of a land dispute, if you will, or some confusion over some land, and I think it's understandable. In Nigeria, there are very different laws governing land and who is in charge and who makes decisions regarding land. Our laws in Ghana are slightly different. So I think there was a matter of something being lost in translation. I think the Nigerian authorities expected that the government would be the ones making certain decisions regarding that land. But it's land that was privately owned and managed. And so it wasn't really a Ghana government that was behind those things.
Quickly, let me throw in this one about 2 ex-convicts arrested for alleged robbery and murder. Sometime last week we brought the story from the Ashanti region, Onye, close to Ejiso and Kumasi, where some persons lost their lives as a result of robbery. And so we understand that some 2 persons have been picked up. The interesting thing is that they are ex-convicts. It brings to mind the question of, are we really reforming the people who go into our prisons, and when they are let out, are they ready to get back into society? Are they reformed? Why do we have situations like this? And let me just use this opportunity to correct a mistake. During the 6 a.m. news, we referred to the Ashanti Region Police Commander as DCOP Kenya, but sincere apologies. It was rather DCOP Kwesi Mensah Duku who we spoke to. So let me just use this opportunity to correct that. Hopefully we'll be able to resolve the security situation in Kumasi. Speaking to our colleagues, they understand that people are really tense. And some are, trying to say we'll just take our security into our own hands because we just don't know who to turn to now.
And this is really not the situation you want to see. Kumasi, unfortunately, is experiencing quite a bit of crime. This morning, 2 teenagers have been arrested for attempting to rob a national security operative. Yeah, 2 young boys, John Akwisi and Joshua Efriye. Both of them are 18 years old. Unfortunately for them, they were overpowered by the armed security personnel, and they are now in custody. They attacked him with a machete in Dichepso, you know. And
just last week, I was in Kumasi, and as I was exiting the house, just in front of my community.
Benis is a Kumerican. Let's just state this. People don't really know this.
I'm a Fanti.
Oh, my friend.
But I have lived in Kumasi for some time.
Do you not have a Kumerican passport?
Do I? No, I don't. But let me just quickly say, a man was nearly lynched, Kojo, and this happened right in front of us. We just had to stop and intervene. So I think we should look at Kumasi critically.
Wow.
He had also used a machete to take someone's phone. He was nearly lynched.
Goodness. This is a problem. And if indeed Kumasi is becoming a flashpoint for violence, then we need to put a lens on it. I have no doubt that our Love FM correspondents will certainly be taking a closer look at that, and we'll be able to bring more information later. All right, what else is in the papers?
Well, so SEC is talking about, the government bailout, the fact that it covers, all clients who've been validated. And so the Securities and Exchange Commission has validated 1.8 billion claims put up by the 22 fund management companies. And the securities industry regulator explained that the government bailout for the clients would now cover the entire validated claims and not a capped amount. There's been always that concern about the capped amount, but SEC says the entire validated claims would be paid.
Now, this is an issue, because there's a lot of confusion amongst customers about what is going to happen and when, So, all right. Well, listen, I wonder if we can touch on this thing, okay? Because social media is abuzz with it. This individual who appears to have, under false pretenses, awarded all kinds of people across society, people in the media, in politics, in banking, in industry,
religion.
He's just gone around and awarded people a fake award from what we seem to be gathering. Am I right?
You're right, Kojo, because that's the Kofi Annan UN Global Excellence Award. And, we've been doing our checks, and our checks from the UN Information Office indicate that the UN has nothing to do with it. They don't know this Dr. Kwame Fojo, and that the Kofi Annan Foundation actually wrote to him 3 months ago and warned him to desist from using the name of Kofi Annan. For the awards. And he talks about having been to Harvard University, and our checks again has indicated that, some Ghanaians decided to write to Harvard for information on Dr. Kwame Fojo. And according to the response from Harvard, they do not know anyone by such name.
Wow.
And, sometime last year, he reached out to some people to help him with publicity. He gave them, a website that he said, he had actually, created. And the website, according to those who dealt with him, looked like, a UN website. He said that was a UN website. But when they looked at it, there were several mistakes on it. So, after a lot of back and forth, they said they wanted to meet him because these guys felt that this guy was engaged in some fraudulent activities. He never met them, only to show up with this particular awards.
Wow.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry over this matter.
So weird. Anyway.
Chancellors.
Yeah, right? We'll talk about that. There's some psychology behind this. We'll learn a bit about it later. But right now, though, the BBC News follows these messages.